let's check out this pizza place that voted to unionize their workplace. We're going to try and maybe get some of these people on because there was a piece in the Times about this, and they, see small workplaces being unionized, good thing, and there's a little bit of a how-to. We'll see. Here is Barboncino pizza place in Brooklyn. One of the reasons why they want to unionize is because they found out the money that they were making for their boss was actually going to create transphobic movies. Like not home movies, like actual produced movies.
By the boss's kid.
Amazing.
I want to say something really quick. When we, a couple months after we started organizing, we learned something about former Barboncino and his family, specifically his fascist spawned kids. The fruits of our labor paid for the production of some fucking transphobic bullshit movies, right? What are we going to do about this as workers in this place? What are we going to do? We're going to fucking win a union. And when we do, we're fucking win a union. So I want to dedicate this victory and whatever small part I played in it to all of our trans comrades, all of our trans sisters in this industry and outside of it. If we can fight for a better world together for all of us.
We had a clip on the list earlier in the week of Jimmy Dore and one of his comedians attacking. I think they were at a Starbucks.
Yeah, Starbucks workers.
Starbucks workers who were striking because Starbucks was being hostile to some of their, I think their trans and maybe gay coworkers.
Yeah.
I didn't really spend too much time on the clip, but Dore is increasingly less interesting to me because I think his audience is really more and more. I get the sense his audience is just
full right wingers,
become mostly like these weird right winger types.
Yep.
But the value of a clip like that, and this is a more positive way of showing it, is that in addition to, it being an important time to show solidarity with the LGBTQ community because they are under assault across the country. In addition to that, what the idea that having solidarity for your fellow workers, colleagues, whatever you want to say, because of one thing or another, and it turning into a union drive and using and deciding that's how we're going to use the power of our labor. The whole point of if there's ever going to be a powerful labor movement in this country, it is not going to be because there is this issue or that issue that workers are responding to. It is that some issue, regardless of what it is going to make them conscious of the power of withholding their labor. That's the power associated with showing solidarity and developing these relationships. That's what the value of something like that is. In addition, the idea that is not a worthy thing to sort of motivate people in a workplace is just right-wing garbage, right? I mean, it's just right-wing garbage.
Yeah.
But on top of that, the idea of poo-pooing anything that brings workers together and make them realize the power that they have because of workers is also fundamentally not a left project.
Reactionary.
Completely reactionary.
Yep.
The idea that it has to be specifically about, $1.50 extra an hour, or the idea that it has to be specifically about one thing or another. No, the point is you bring together workers, regardless of in any way you can, that makes them understand the idea of solidarity and the idea of using their labor.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the conception that he's promoting is that essentially you can't be a worker unless you have soot on your face, basically.
Yeah, and really, like this is why...
Or you're a cop.
It's all on aesthetic.
The discussion we have, this is why it's important the actors themselves get the... this dynamic here, whether the capitalist takes profits from labor and puts it towards an anti-trans film like they did here, and just to be specific for people wanting to know what the film is, Mike Crumpler, who does Crumpstack, has profiled this sort of right-wing art scene called the Dime Square something or another.
His pieces before on that were interesting and infuriating.
And so the two kids here are Peter Vack and Betsy Brown, who were in this transphobic movie called Assholes that was part of one of these film festivals that Peter Thiel, for instance, was supporting. But the thing is that they shouldn't even be able to make a pro-trans movie. They shouldn't have had those funds to begin with. Those funds should have been in the workers' pockets, making the workers' lives better. And that's why it's so important that we support this, and also the actors themselves, the actors strike, so that kids of the Weinsteins or whoever the producers are now don't just get to it disgusts me, honestly, that frankly the amount of fail sons and fail daughters that get to make art in this country, and it's based on stealing from workers. It's
a plaything for kids who have because we live in a country where the only perceived value of education is to serve capitalism, or to prepare you for a STEM job or anything that's not humanities or art based. Yeah, it becomes a very privileged position for anybody that wants to make art. You either have to go through hell to get successful, or you can start off on third base like these kids did.
And
right?
we're all our imaginations are impoverished by the fact that this is the class of people that gets to make art.
Yep, that's well said.